For today's episode of the Snowball Effect, you will need 3 eggs, lunch meat of choice, shredded cheese of choice, butter, a sizable skillet, and possibly a bagel.
Alright everyone, today we're going to be making some really good eggs with ham and cheese in it. I'm going to go ahead and turn my oven on to high, but I tend to turn it down to about 7.5 because that's about where it goes. Go ahead and stick your pat of butter in there, nice and fried. Make sure you've got your ham at the ready. Go ahead and start tearing your ham into small pieces so that they can fry evenly within the egg. I like to do this very gingerly to make sure all the small pieces of ham get very well and evenly distributed. I'm going to interrupt real quick right here. I'm pretty ticked off because I actually forgot to record me cooking the egg, which is, I believe, the most important part of cooking an egg. So please enjoy this image of an egg and the rest of the video where I make a bagel. Oh, and I can't do a retake of this either because those were my last 3 eggs, and I'm too tired to do it now because it's not breakfast. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the bagel now. I've got these really nice French toast bagels. I'm going to go ahead and split this bad boy open. You can see all the little maple syrup pockets inside there. Man, these bagels are amazing. So we've got our bagels split open. Now there's a specific way you need to put them in the toaster. If they're facing inward like this, that's not going to be okay. No. You need to do this the right way. Flip them around. Little known fact, the burners on the outside of the toaster are actually hotter. So we'll go ahead and put them in facing outward. Just like that. Very slowly. Put the toaster on bagel mode, and we can leave this sitting for a good little while.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Snowball Effect. Today, I made myself breakfast. I guess I can check that off my daily to-do list. Apple juice, because that's what was in the fridge. I would much rather prefer orange juice for this sort of thing. So Enoch, as I understand it, you've got a bit of a breakfast problem. Now this was all made in joking, but I must say, it's a killer. It's real good. All joking aside though, I personally really like 2 really good options for filling, nutritious, simple, not likely to burn unless you're incompetent and don't know how to use a toaster. My first good choice is the golden standard, Eggo waffles. I'll put Nutella on one half and almond butter on the other half. Get away from me, fly. I'll put Nutella on one half and almond butter on the other half. Occasionally I'll put some syrup, but most of the time I just fold it right in half and eat it like breakfast taco. This fly, holy crap. It's not gonna leave me alone. My other really great option is more of a personal thing, and you might be like, what? But I like taking toast, any kind of bread, doesn't matter, sticking it in the toaster. When it pops out, put some fresh butter on it so it's like really good. And then I sprinkle a little bit of garlic salt right over the top. And I'm weird like this, but I like having garlic toast in the morning. And then to go with it, a nice glass of chocolate milk. That's the better choice here, obviously. So a little birdie told me that there might be a collaborative episode of the Snowball Effect this next week, where me and you, Enoch, are gonna be together in the same episode? I mean, I can't even fathom such an idea. I thought we lived like a few hundred miles away from each other. What a silly thought. I think it's time to check the morning news. That is part of my morning routine. Google News. Trump being Trump. I guess people are memeing something else. IHOB? Now wait a second. IHOB? You can't just go around changing IHOP like that. I mean, it's been that way for how many years? Everyone loves their favorite breakfast place, IHOP, with a p. I was really pegged on it having the International House of Breakfast. That would have made the most sense to me. It is now International House of Burgers. Why? From a place that figured out that making pancakes was too difficult, so they switched to burgers? And then their Twitter account is like, whoever is in charge, I really just want to just
shake them by the head.
Because they're replacing all of their P's with B's. I'll just show you an example up on screen right about now. And it's about the most annoying thing I think ever. I suppose that would have been a third option for cheap, easy, convenient breakfast. I mean, it's not as cheap as just making it on your own. Who doesn't like IHOP? It's a real shame you couldn't get any pizza for the last episode you made, Enoch. That would have been pretty funny to mock me, wouldn't it? This thing right here is called a Lazy Susan. Is it called that because it is named Susan and it is lazy, or is it because the person's using it is most likely named Susan and is lazy? Can we just use the term turntable? I feel like that might be a little bit easier for everyone, especially those who are named Susan. So this last week, I had the opportunity to go up to Co-op Reservoir for a camp, and while we were there, we did a brand new experimental trail called Via Ferrata. We drove to this little shack or shop, whatever it was, from the Zion Adventure Company, and there they shuttled us about 15-20 minutes down the road, slithering down the mountain, down to the very small flat part. From there down, it was a 465-foot drop. We were gonna rappel down this and then climb back up. And in my mind, I'm thinking, 400 feet? I mean, I love a good roller coaster, but 400 feet is taller than the world's tallest roller coaster, which is King Ka. I told the guide, man, if I get over that edge and I look down, I'm doing the same thing. So don't let me look down until I'm past the point of no return. And they lowered me down over the edge, past the point of no return. I'm feeling good. And then I looked down. I saw impending doom coming faster than I thought it would. That was freaky. 2 drops and 400 feet later, but then we had to do the climb back up. Now that was the part that scared me, because going back up, we had to climb a ladder. That was actually what was called the Via Ferrata, meaning the Iron Way. Every rung we had to take, we had to have at least 2 points of connection. It was extremely safe, but man, that does not get you past the feeling of sheer exhilaration when you're looking over the edge and realizing how far you've come, realizing you're dangling several hundred feet above the ground, that one misclick of your carabiner and you're gone. So yeah, I had a really fun time. Highly would recommend it. Enoch, I want to hear your stories of your crazy camps. I'm sure you've had a few. So from me and Walter over here at Bridger's Place, we bid you all farewell. We hope you enjoyed cooking breakfast with us, and we will see you all next time.